Alright, as some of you may know, I'm Peaster. I kind of just wanted to do an update video. I'm sure some of you I went from high school remember a little thing called that Peaster show. It was kind of a web show that I did from August 2010 through March 2012. Well, anyway, it all started out as just a kind of a simple video that I wasn't going to do anymore after that. I kind of wanted to just kind of describe myself and disprove whatever rumors were spread about me. I was a senior in high school, and back then I cared a lot about what people thought of me. You know, if someone hated me, I had a problem with that. Someone spread a rumor about me, I had a real problem about that. I'd get mad if people believed whatever crap spread about me, like that I had a rape list, which was kind of dumb because I'm probably the furthest thing from that. Okay, not probably. I am the furthest thing from that, but whatever. I remember telling people. I remember saying that if you believe any of that about me or whatever, go to hell. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I took it too far. I don't really feel that way now. I mean, if you want to believe whatever crap about me, go ahead. I don't care. You know what? I know who I am. I know who my friends are. I felt like having Fluffy in this video because, well, my cat. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway. So, a lot has changed since then. One thing, when I said that I talked about my interests and all that, then I said one of them was girls. I looked back at the video and I'm like, dude, that's kind of creepy. I mean, yes, I do like girls, but the way I said that, like I said, I like computers, so other stuff I forgot. I don't know, but yeah, the way I said girls, that was really creepy. You know, I really did hate being single at that point. You know, I wanted to just go ahead and be in a relationship. I've had like one relationship, and that was 2009, and that lasted for not even quite a month. So it was nothing serious, obviously. I mean, it was like I said, probably 3 weeks. Anyway, but you know, I don't really care about being single anymore. I don't really. I mean, I guess a part of me does. Part of me really likes, really wants a girl to like me. But you know, ain't nobody got time for that. No. But no, seriously, I don't have time for relationship and all that. Trying to get my life together. I'm still living with my parents, and I'm freaking almost 23. I'm not proud of that. They're awesome, but it's about time I do something with myself. I don't want to end up like Alan Harper from 2.5 Men. If you haven't heard of the show, basically throughout the show, he lived with his brother. He was in his 40s or whatever. His wife kicked him out. He lived with his brother throughout the series. His brother died, and then he lived with the guy who bought the house after that. I mean, yeah, I don't want to end up like that. I want to be somewhere. I want to be independent, you know? I want to be successful. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, one thing you'll know, one difference between now and 2010 when I did my first video, is that I no longer have a couch. No, I got promoted. I have my own room now. But like I said, this better be temporary. I did attend North Georgia Technical College like from fall 2011 to December 2012 to take photography. And my problem was I would start out great. I would shoot pictures needed for my assignment. I mean, that part wasn't hard. It was, getting them together and turned in. It's not like they were hard or anything. I would get distracted. I would procrastinate and start slipping so behind that I eventually get stressed. I'm like, man, I need to catch up, and unfortunately, it was basically 3 semesters of doing that. I guess I got a little bit better as each semester, but it was basically repeating the same semester over and over. I really hate that. But that's kind of why I took time, decided to not go back in 2013. Instead, I stayed home, tried to figure my life out, figure out really what I wanted to do. And also, one thing I did accomplish last year was losing like 90 pounds. Like, I was skinny in 2009, that was great, but it didn't really require any effort. I ate what I wanted, I stayed skinny. But 2010, I got fat, and 2011, I got even worse, and by the time I started college, I was so, yeah. So, anyway, so at least, while I didn't accomplish getting myself out of the house or anything that actually really mattered, at least I figured I'd try to make myself look better. So that's what I did last year. Lost 90 pounds. I think I might have, yeah, that was pretty much it. And this year, I've pretty much kept it off. I've kind of bounced back and forth a little bit. Right now I'm kind of around 205. I mean, I've kind of gone back and forth between probably 200 and 210. Occasionally. I mean, there's only been a couple times that I actually got as low as 200. That was in January. And I think that was partially due to the diet pills I was taking at the time, which kind of dehydrates you in a sense that you don't have as much water weight as you would, naturally. But, I ran out of those, and they stopped selling those on Amazon, so I decided to switch to something else, and what I've been taking since the beginning of this month seems more natural, a little less intense, just enough to keep my appetite down, my energy decent. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, for the most part, I kind of bounce. Typically, I'll bounce back and forth between 204 and 208 regularly, but otherwise I've been doing pretty well. I'm making it my goal to try to look good for the beach, which I'm going to the beach at the end of July with my family, Myrtle Beach. It'll be so awesome. I'm looking forward to it. If my camera dies, I'm gonna be super pissed. But anyway, I'm gonna try to bulk up a little bit, like up here, all that. I don't really care about being buff that much. Not like I did when I was a senior. I used to try to brag about what muscle I had. I did a fairly good amount of weightlifting. I mean, my arms weren't huge or anything, but I made a bigger deal out of it than I really needed to. Now, I don't really care that much. I just want to I just want to look at least somewhat manly, you know, look good for the beach. But whatever. So, one other thing I did accomplish last year, I did have a job for a fairly good amount of time. Late July last year, I started working at a small decal business. Basically, see, there's a lady one of the people I go to church with. Her name is Kay. She has like, you know, her son. He was my boss. He was the owner of the decal business. It wasn't like a big business. It was kind of a, they worked in his house and all that. They ship decals. They take orders, like online and all that. And basically, what I did was at first I peeled the decals. I peeled they would print out the decals like on a certain, I don't know what it's called, I forgot, but I would do that. I would pack them, print out packing slips, pack decals for shipping, and sometimes I would chop, ads, like they would stick little ads to each package. I would sometimes cut cardboard. Cardboard would also go in packaging, and they're like envelopes. That's pretty much what I did. I only worked 2 days a week. They were originally going to have me promoted to full time, but things kind of happened. I don't know. Things went differently. They hired another guy. So I had 2 coworkers instead of 1. Basically, I had a coworker named Mikey that I started with. That coworker, besides my boss and his wife. Okay, hold that thought. I'm done. Let's see what this notification is. Okay. No, stop. Oh, God, these flies are terrible. They've only just started today. And I think it's the humidity. I don't know. It feels like summer out today. So that's one of the reasons I'm in here. But I was going to be in here anyway. Just to keep it simple. Anyway, so, the second coworker, which started in September, his name is Jim. He's, he's late 20s. He's a cool guy. Mikey's a cool guy too. I mean, sure, Mikey he's kind of a pessimist. I don't know how you say it. I'm not good with these kind of big words. Okay. You know what? I'm getting off topic here, but yeah. Anyway, my coworkers are pretty cool. They were. I worked from late July to the beginning of February this year. I did kind of screw up a bit. I kind of messed up a few times with certain decals or whatever. But I think I got a little bit worse towards the end. January, my glasses broke, so I was squinting more, and I could see fairly well for right now, but as far as making out little details and stuff. Also, one of the things was I chopped things, and I really needed to get things precise, and I sometimes screwed up. But I screwed up more without my glasses, and but then in February, I accidentally they have this Keurig, I think that's how you pronounce it, but it's Keurig coffee maker. Put water in there, and I kind of spilled some. I didn't realize that it. I thought it just fell on the floor because that's where some of it went, but it also some of the water also went on the counter behind it, and got to some of the decals that were being prepared for shipment, and that was quite a few decals, and that was kind of the final straw. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, he sent me home, and he didn't exactly tell me I was fired as so much as saying he was letting me go or whatever. A few days later, but it was kind of an end of an era, I guess. That was it, pretty much. I haven't seen any of those people since. I do miss them. I mean, we did have some good times. We joked around. We've been to a few places. Like, I went with last September. I went with my boss and his family, with his wife and kids. He has 2 sons. Went to Gatlinburg. Well, first we went to like mountains of North Carolina. Like, I think it was. I forgot what it's called, but it's fairly high up, and I had gotten some good pictures. But after that, we went to Gatlinburg, walked around, and then went to the Hard Rock Cafe, and that was pretty awesome. But yeah, and in October we went to Corn Maze in Cleveland. That was pretty awesome. This time with 2 coworkers also came. We after that went to a little restaurant called Rib Country. I think that's what it was called. I had a chicken salad. I like chicken salads. They're pretty awesome. But yeah. So yeah, we had some good times. We've had some good times. I'm gonna miss them. I mean, I do miss them. I mean, it's been 3 months now, so and I haven't really found a job since then. It was a pretty nice job. I mean, I guess sometimes it got pretty boring on days when there weren't that many orders. Even though I only worked on Mondays and Fridays and didn't really make a lot because of that, it was still a nice experience to, have a job and be able to buy my own junk food, and, I usually bought, like, cereal, lunch. The only thing I didn't buy for myself was dinners. I would eat, what my mom cooked or whatever. But other than that, I bought my own stuff. I would buy, well, I started out with buying pizza rolls, and, I'd get pizza rolls for lunch. Did that throughout most of the fall. Then I kind of swapped over to other stuff. I would get taquitos sometimes, but Brighton would eat them. My sister Brighton, she's 17 now. That kid. But anyway, up from like from about a month before I, got let go, I had started, for lunch I would have Hot Pockets. Or, at first I got Lean Pockets, but I then switched to Hot Pockets because really there's not that much of a difference as far as calories and all that junk goes. And I do count calories. I use a website for that. I started in October. So I'm keeping track. But yeah, but point is, ever since I lost my job, I haven't bought Hot Pockets. I really miss Hot Pockets. No, but seriously, I do. It's tragic. Ugh. What's up with my voice? Ooh. So, moving on here. I have been helping my dad around the house quite a bit, so I have, and he, just for the heck of it, I mean, he okay, we kind of have a schedule thing going on where he'd have me ready to, I'm kind of working at home, I guess. Or my dad, according to my dad, it's from 8 to 4, and it's basically just, support myself. So I'm not exactly just sitting at home and, not, and just mooching. No, I'm actually, I am, sort of earning my way. Not in the traditional sense, but still, I would help him either with construction or like, gardening stuff, which I really hate that. I hate gardening stuff, especially when it's hot outside. But, hey, good exercise. That's what I got to think about, exercise. And occasionally he'll give me some money. A few extra bucks, Okay, not extra, because that would require me to actually have bucks in the first place. But no, a few bucks. Not literally. Okay, maybe he actually gave me 50 bucks fairly recently, which is really not very nice, considering last week I'd been working in the garden in the heat from early in the morning to the afternoon. I'm not just talking about, planting a few things. I'm talking about shoveling dirt and lifting stuff and all that. But, I was able to buy myself some food, some, one of the things I like to eat, Teddy Grahams. That's right. Yeah. Anyway, so moving on here. So yeah, you could say I've changed. I'd like to think that I've changed a lot since high school. Well, at least I hope so. I don't really. There's a lot of things I feel differently about now. Like, for instance, as I mentioned before, being single. It doesn't really bother me that much anymore. All about that single life, but seriously. Sometimes, I might, kind of lose it. If there's attractive girl nearby, and I'll probably forget that I wanted to be single, but, whatever. I've always sucked at talking to girls. I think middle school and high school have really scarred me for life. Because in elementary school, I was really confident. I taught the girls, I hit on girls or whatever. I was kind of an annoying. I wasn't really so much the adorable kid who liked to hit on older girls as much as the annoying kid who liked to hit on older girls. Yeah. Yeah, I generally hit on older girls when I was a kid. Although some my age. Now I don't really care. I try to keep it, age appropriate. I generally try to avoid girls under 18 and all that. For many reasons. They're cool, but too young. I'm almost 23. Anyway, but yeah, I don't really care about being single. I don't really mind being single right now. I need to focus on getting my life together. I need to get a car. I need to get a job. I need to just get myself more figured out. Where do I want to be in the next 5 years or 10 years? Do I want kids? What do I want? I don't know. I'm thinking about going back to college next year, fall 2011. No, not 11. That already happened. No, fall of 2015. I mean, surely I'll be different in 2015 as opposed to 2011 and 2012. So yeah. But you know, I'm gonna try harder this time. I want to get through photography, you know, get myself kind of ready for the world, you know. And I'm still considering to, you know, at some point in my life to move to Boone, North Carolina, because it's a beautiful place, or at least I've heard. I haven't actually been there yet. I've been to Asheville. That's nice, but I'm sure Boone's even is nice as well. Boone is high up in the mountains, so my biggest reason for wanting to move there, aside from the nice scenes and all that, comes in handy for my camera, you know, taking pictures and all that junk. Weather. It's about, on average, it's about 10 degrees cooler than here, which is great because I hate the summers here. And while it's probably, you know, maybe 95 degrees here, say in July or whatever, up there, 85 degrees. That's a lot better. Not perfect, but you know, whatever. Like right now, I think it's like maybe 84, 85 degrees and humid, but you know, probably just 75 degrees there. So that's kind of one of my biggest reasons. As you know, as I've grown older, I've grown to really hate the heat. The winters here, they're nice. I mean, they're cool and all, but sometimes they're just boring. We don't really get a lot of snow here, but probably get more up there. And it's not anything like up. It's still not anything like up in, say, New York or Chicago, but it's better though. I mean, in my opinion, I think. But yeah, okay. So, I think, you know, looking back at the video, I think the only things that are still, you know, even still accurate to who I am now, Asperger's syndrome and ADHD. I mean, I still have that. That's not going anywhere. I wish it would. That would make my life a whole lot easier, you know. But yeah, it's 2014 and they still haven't made a cure, so might as well just accept it. I mean, I do. You know, I don't really. I'm awesome because, well, I'm unique. I don't know. Must resist Facebook addiction. Fine, I'll see what this notification is. There, that's better. I had to check. I couldn't resist. It had to be done. Anyway. So, my cat appears to have ditched me. Fluffy. He's looking at me. You can't see because, well, window's kind of bleached out. Video. Whatever. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. I wonder what things will be like, you know, another 4 years from now. Hopefully, I'll actually be somewhere else. You know, I do like it. I do. You know, I've come to appreciate Clarksville in the past year. You know, I had moved here a little over 9 years ago. Moved here in April of 2005. I was almost 14. You know, I had grown up in the suburbs. I remember saying that I grew up in the hood. I guess, I mean, it's definitely more gangsta than, say, here. You know, but it's not really something I brag about, you know. It's just whatever. I'm like the furthest thing from gangster. I was kind of an outcast there. I mean, as far as middle school and all that goes, that's where middle school I went to. Like, I stuck out even more there than I did here. I mean, I stuck out quite a lot at my high school here, but I stuck out even more over there. I got myself in so much trouble and all that. It's just trying to fit in, but failing so miserably. Like, you know, all that junk. Whatever. Anyway. But yeah, last November I had started walking around, like actually walking down roads and stuff, like walking the side roads, taking pictures, you know, partially for the exercise and for the, you know, pictures. And I'd walk like a few hours each time or whatever. Like, there have been times I've walked like 5 hours. I mean, when I have a lot of pictures to take, I walk slower. I think from, you know, to Ingalls and back from my house without my camera would take probably about 3 hours. But to Ingalls and back with my camera and taking a lot of pictures, like yesterday, took me 5 hours. And it wasn't sunny out, but it was kind of rainy and humid, so I sweat quite a lot. Still, it was pretty good exercise, I guess. Not to mention the big boots. Hold on, Dad. I think that about wraps it up. Wait, hold on. Like I said, but you know, after walking around and seeing such awesome scenes and all that, I've really come to appreciate this little country town. I mean, for years I've tried to resist being countryized. That's not even a word, but I don't care. I hate country music. Well, I still do, but you know, country life does have its advantages. Peace and quiet. Being able to walk beside a road and not fear getting shot or mugged or hit by multiple cars. Here, you just got to avoid pickup trucks and angry dogs and the occasional pissed off redneck, which I have experienced one, maybe. She thought I was trying to take pictures of her property, but I really wasn't. I could care less. I was getting a video of a couple little dogs that were barking at me like crazy. I'm like, wow. But whatever. Jeez. Anyway. But you know, it's a nice place. I've made quite a few friends. I've become closer with a lot of people at my church in the past year. Before that, like, you know, my teen years, I kind of thought of them as kind of annoying rednecks. No offense, I'm sorry. But, you know, I think they're cool now. They're like family. You know? Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. Now, this time, it's actually... Alright. I think that's it. For real this time. It's been great, and hopefully I'll do another video soon. Maybe I'll actually get back to doing PeastenatorTV. Who knows? I really need to get better at doing videos first, because half the time I don't even know what to say, and I often get distracted by shiny objects and all that stuff. Or squirrels. ADHD thing, you wouldn't understand. Whatever. Okay, that's all. See. Oh.